I'm Shira Lazar from What's Trending. Welcome to a very special Google Plus Hangout. This is exclusive. We are, of course, hanging with the one and only Will.I.AM, celebrating the release today of Willpower. I hope you're buying it, you are downloading it, you are listening to it. And of course, this is a live Google Plus Hangout fan chat, so we want to hear from you. So you could tweet us using the hashtag Willpower Hangout. Also update your Google Plus accounts right now. We are also going to be joined by some incredible celebrity guests who have collaborated on the album. Nicole Scherzinger, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, and Jimmy Iovine. So please join us right now, share with your friends, but without further ado, please welcome the man of today and of all time, Will.I.AM. What's going on, Will?
What's up, what's up?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And this wouldn't be a fan chat without, of course, some incredible fans who won the chance to be here today. Hey fans, how are you? We've got Claire, Natasha, Nigel, Paul.
Hey,
what's up, guys? Where are you guys from?
Ireland.
You from
We have
Ireland?
people all from all around the world here right now.
Okay, Ireland.
Yes.
Maryland. Okay, Maryland.
Will is very inquisitive.
Virginia. Okay, VA.
But we actually have our first special guest today.
Okay.
Are you ready, Will?
Yeah, let's bring them on.
So since releasing her first single in 1999, our next guest has had all of her 7 studio albums go to #1 around the world. She's grossed $1 billion just from her perfume, and she's also a mother and has won every award you can imagine. Please welcome Miss Britney Spears. Hey!
Hey, what's up, Britney?
Hey, Britney. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Scream and Shout has just become so huge. Tell us about this collaboration between the two of you. It's the first time you've come together for such a huge song.
Well, you know, I've always been a huge fan of Will. I just think he gets our generation of people and what they want to hear musically. So when he asked me to do the song with him, I was just really, really stoked, so excited.
Yeah, and what was it like for you working on a song like this?
Well, first, you know, working on Femme Fatale and Big Fat Bass was like, you know, I was so anxious and so excited, and you know, I haven't felt that way since a very long time, where I was like pulling the best out of myself to, you know, contribute to Britney Spears' album. You know, we had everybody. You know, Dr. Luke is a big fan of mine. I'm a big fan of Dr. Luke. And all the people that collaborated and contributed to Femme Fatale, I just wanted to come with my best. So when we were recording Big Fat Bass, you know, I had so much fun in the studio with Britney. It was like,
what was it about her? Well, you guys had some good chemistry.
Just the love of music. Like being in the studio with Britney, it's like being in the studio with me and Apple and the Black Eyed Peas. It's just so much love and the attention to detail, and, you know, do you want me to go in and do it again, and I want to do it better. So all that, the bettering of the song is just what I fell in love with working with Britney.
Oh, well, that's so nice. It's nice to hear that, isn't it?
That is so sweet. I love you, Will.
Oh, no, Britney's the best.
There's love in the air. Tell us about working on the video, which was so incredible and has gotten millions of views on YouTube. Britney, who's joining us via Google Plus Hangout. What was it like working on the video?
It was really, really cool. It was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. And actually, you know, it's a totally different thing to be on camera with Will than it is in the actual studio. His energy is just electric, and he's a charmer.
You're a charmer.
Oh, thanks.
He is. He is.
How does it work in terms of the process of putting together these videos? Are you involved with the talent? Are you guys coming up with the video together and working on it as it's happening?
Well, like, I'm like a little control freak behind the scenes with Ben Moore, who directs a lot of the videos, you know, so I just wanted to make sure that Britney had a real comfortable time. You know, me doing my parts, it's cool, because I've known Ben ever since I was like 16 years old. But I just wanted to make sure that he, you know, because a lot of times you could be, when you're working with somebody you've known for a long time, you could be real lackadaisical on set. So I was like a little whippersnapper, like, you got to make sure Britney's all right. Get Britney right. Get Britney right. You know?
He was taking care of you.
I just wanted to make sure everything went well, you know. So because I can work late hours. I just want to make sure that we got that right, and so the vibe was cool, and then the remix video was fun as well.
Yeah,
the Scream and Shout remix with everybody. So.
It's such a good dance song, and just I always listen to it in the car, and you can't help but just move to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, Britney, we so appreciate you being here today to celebrate Willpower. Thank you so much for joining us via Google Plus.
Yeah,
Hangouts.
thank you so much, Britney, for
Bye, Britney.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Britney. I love you.
Yeah, thank you.
What does Willpower, the album, mean to you? And actually, the song is something you wrote when you were much younger.
So Willpower for me is the ability to keep your dream going, to, withstand any hate or, people trying to put you down for being unique or an individual or, looking at you as unequal for whatever it is you want to do and contribute to life. Willpower's ability to stay strong and weather that storm at any of those scenarios. So I remember being in the ghetto and the projects poor, and gangbangers looking at me as an oddball because I didn't really follow suit, or because I had a unique style in junior high school and high school, people looking at me as weird, or I didn't really fit in school. So Willpower is just you and your friends, whether you're gay, whether you're black, whether you're obese, whether you're whatever it is that you're being ridiculed of, just to stand strong and have the power for you believe in yourself and not really listening to any of the hate. There's a lot of, especially nowadays online, there's so much hate everywhere. People just, right, the whole social is based on comments and replies, never understanding. Like, this world we live in today is not like, I understand what you're going through. It's always, I comment and I hate, and I'm just going to say the most outlandish stuff to take this opportunity to knock you down. And by the way, I have a hidden name, so you don't know who I am. So it's like the most impersonal, degrading time that we live in right now. Imagine you're a young kid, you're going through school, people are just talking smack about you on Instagram and Twitter. So you have to have some type of willpower to keep you strong, and circle of friends. So Willpower is that to me, because I've been through that. And this record means so much to me because it's the 15-year-old version of me that made me the person that I am today. And through all those years, I had to, overcoming just hate, and ridicule, and judgment. You're not going to make it, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just say whatever to all that.
It's empowering. It's inspiring.
Yeah. And still today, you still go through it right now. Just hate.
Well, we're bringing the positivity.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is
hangout.
positive, because willpower is a positive thing, and it's the shield to keep you, focused and keep you determined.
Well, we have our fans that want to ask you a question. We're going to go to Claire. What do you have to ask Will today?
What's up, Claire?
Hey, Will. Thank you for having me, first off.
Thanks for being part of it.
I was just wondering, I saw you on Chelsea Lately this past week, and you mentioned you were going back to college to learn more about technology and computer skills. I was just curious why you chose to go back to school when you've been so successful in music and all of your projects with WILL.I.AM Plus.
That's a good question.
So I've been hanging out with a lot of gangsta geeks lately. When I say about gangsta geeks, these guys, they're my new source of inspiration. I remember when I was 16, 17 years old, musicians, people that played the guitar, the piano, the drums, they wrote poetry, dancers, choreographers, they were my source of inspiration. And that little pool got me where I am now. So here I am, 37, 38 years old, and I'm hanging out with different cats that know how to code, they make robots, they make freaking turbine engines, they make crazy stuff. Yeah. And I'm sitting there I want to do that. I want to do that stuff. So I want to go back to school and prepare for when I'm 58. What am I going to be doing at 58? Am I going to be let's get it started? I mean, I'll be cool. I'm going to be doing that.
I want to go to your parties at 58.
At 58, I'm still going to be talking about I Got a Feeling. I'm still going to be doing that. Yes, I am. But hopefully, not even hopefully, I know that I'm going to be doing something totally different as well. And it's going to be via going to school today in September to learn computer science, and I'm gonna go through the rigmarole and put myself through all the all that I have to go through to learn that skill because I'm so passionate about it. And I'm telling these kids, in the community center in Boyle Heights, you should want to be a computer scientist, an engineer, a technician, a mathematician. So if I'm saying that, I don't want to just be saying that and then I'm at the club popping bottles. I mean, I'm gonna pop bottles. But I'm also going to go to school.
Are you going to document this?
And pop knowledge.
I want to see
I want to pop knowledge too.
This could be like a whole educational series.
Yeah.
So we actually have another special guest that is going to be joining us. I want to remind all of you watching, you can tweet using the hashtag Willpower Hangout or update your Google Plus pages right now because we are following that as well. Our next guest was on the Sing Off, Dancing with the Stars, or the X Factor, but of course as the front woman from the Pussycat Dolls. She's on the Willpower track, Far Away from Home. Nicole Scherzinger, welcome.
Woohoo! What up?
Woo! How you doing?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I'm having a party in this room by myself.
We're sending you good vibes.
Where are you at, Nicole?
Yeah, I'm in Beverly Hills at a hotel. I'm so thirsty. Oh gosh,
Do you want some of my Starbucks, Nicole?
Oh, thank you, sweetie. When I'm thirsty, I like to have my hashtag Willpower drink.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yes,
it's all about that today. Nicole, so thanks for joining us via Google.
You see it?
Yeah, so stupid.
It's dripping all over me.
So tell us about the single that you worked on, Far Away from Home, and what it was like working together, because he actually, was an EP on your single Boomerang. So you make a pretty good duo. How does it work when you work together?
We've been working with me and Nicole working together for years.
He's been working on the EP of my life for many years now. Will and I have known each other for like 40 years. And we've been like this, two peas in a pod. That's what I like to think.
No pun intended.
Forever. And I started off stalking Will, actually, in the Black Eyed Peas.
So that's 2000. She's talking about 2002. So in 2001.
Yeah, when I was like 10.
In 2001.
Exactly.
I saw
Me
her.
too.
I saw her in Minnesota. Right, it was Minnesota, 2001, and she was in Eden's Crush. Same time I met her is the same time I ran into Fergie, met Fergie. Actually, we met Fergie before, but I re-met Fergie in 2001. Same time I met Nicole, and then I'm like, yo, that girl is so freaking fresh. I want to. Because she's sing. I've worked with a lot of people, man.
What it was,
she's one of the craziest people I ever.
I want to hear from her.
We would have a lot of radio shows together, and I would stalk him, and I would find their dressing room, and I would make sure I'd walk by, and I'd be like, "Jumpin' music."
Yeah, she was trying to sing our song.
I'm trying to sing their song so I could get their attention. They'd be like, "Oh, who's that?"
And so once Will finally approached you, was that a surprise? Like, how did that feel? And what has it been like working with him?
For when?
Yeah.
For this song?
No, but in general, like when you first met him.
Oh, no, that's like years ago. That's like, so 2002, I remember, so then I'm
you
like.
worked together a lot. Let's just put it that way.
No, worked together a lot. So then I'm like, yo, she should come be in our group. So then her boyfriend said no.
All right, we're getting into a whole other story.
Her boyfriend said no. So no, this is real stuff.
Yeah,
her ex-boyfriend said no. So she was supposed to be in a piece. Her boyfriend said no. So then, thank God Dante was like, yo, Will, Fergie, so Fergie, thank God, that's my sister for freaking life.
You, Fergie.
I love you. I don't think you understand.
She should be here.
Fergie is like, she's like my.
She's
that's
perfect.
like we got same DNA. So anyways, so then
I wanted to be Fergie in the group.
So then one day she called me.
Now you're your own woman.
One day she calls me up. She's like, Will, I want to do this audition. Can you get me into this audition? So I'm like, yo, Jimmy, I know this girl to be dope for the Pussycat Dolls. So then I called up Jimmy and then introduced, and that's how she got in the group. So we've been like, me and Nicole, it's like, no matter what, everything that I've been through in my career, she's been there, and everything she's been through in her career, I've been there. That's like, I don't know anybody that sings like her. Anything. She could do anything.
Well, let's talk about this track, because this is a Willpower celebration.
No, it is.
Far Away from Home. Tell me about working on this one.
Pretty much Will and God have been the author of my life so far.
She's silly.
That's a pretty big statement.
No.
I was about to hit a high note for you, Will.
She's talking about
G.O.D. She could sing anything.
She's talking about G.O.D. as a rapper from New York.
You're so stupid.
MC G.O.D. in the house.
So is this what it's like working in studio together? Or just do you ever actually get work done?
Oh, we get lots of. So me and Nicole's like this. I'm like, Nicole, I need you to go in the studio and do this one part. She's like, okay, what is it? So I'm like, it's like this. So she'll make it all freaking fantabulous better. She'll come back. I'm like, it's finished. She's like, what? I was been singing for 5 minutes. I was like, it's done. She's like, I gotta go back in there and do it again. So I'm like, no, Nicole, it's finished. She's like, so that's how we work.
He drives me crazy because right when I learn the part and I think I've got it, he's like, okay, get out of the booth, you're done. And I'm like, no, because I'm a perfectionist. But we're fun because we've known each other forever. We're fun in the studio. We trust each other. We're both willing to try whatever, new things. We're both from the same planet. And it's like, we'll just do. I feel like when I'm with Will in the studio, it's like we're a bunch of kids at a playground. And Will's like, all right, come on, follow me. We're at the jungle gym now. All right, do the monkey bars.
Except for my movements ain't like that. I do it a little bit more masculine. I'm like, come here, follow me. We're in the jungle gym now.
Okay, Will. I'm like the little sister that does whatever the big brother says.
You guys both, are into like these songs. You feel like you're in a party listening to them, even if you're alone. Is that important to you as you're producing and sharing this music with the world?
I think it's just it's representative of what the vibe feels like when we're in a studio.
Yeah.
So probably what you're feeling is just like this free, this free vibe, and the whole purpose is to make the song feel like an escape. Like, how does the person that's going to listen to this escape the way we're escaping through this melody, through this music, So Far Away from Home is about like, when I wrote the song, Dr. Luke showed me the beat, and I wrote the song based on like people's dreams, wherever they're from. Like, let's run far away from home, ride on a rocket, burn down the boulevard. Like, so in order to live your dream and come out of a nightmare, a lot of times you just got to burn it all down. I come from a nightmare. I'm going to burn down the boulevard. Where I come from, it's moving far away from this stuff. So you're the author of wherever it is you want to end up in life. Mm-hmm. So until you take the responsibility of being the author of your destiny, then that's going to give you the ability to burn down wherever it is you come from that's haunting you and holding you back. Mm-hmm. So that's what that means. Like, let's go far away from home, ride on a rocket, burn down the boulevard, burning it up.
Melody, even though he's like talking about deep stuff, like the melody's fun. It's like make believe, It's like I'm going through all this struggle in my life, but then if I close my eyes and I go to this like Neverland or something, you get to go somewhere else. And
that's what she said.
So
she
that's
was like,
what the music is about. It's escaping. What?
I played her the melody. She was like, oh, I like this. This is kind of like Mary Poppins. I'm like, no, whatever you want to call it whatever you want to call it. Like,
that's amazing. We actually, let's go to our second fan
we
question.
did Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa
Oh,
Smiles.
yeah. Mona Lisa Smiles is also on the record.
Yeah, like Mona Lisa. So let's talk about that one.
Which is a totally different vibe. So I'm like, yo, check this out. Nicole, I got this vibe right here. Check this out. I need you to go and do some stuff that's kind of like, I want to do my interpretation of Disney. Like, if you listen to Smile Mona Lisa and you hear the strings, because that's like a 20-piece orchestra that my homeboy Henri helped me put, my homeboy Henri helped me put that together. We recorded the orchestra in London. The guitars were recorded in the Louvre.
Wow.
Next to,
that's really cool.
Right next to Mona Lisa's picture, painting. They let me go inside the Louvre at 2 o'clock in the morning to record the guitars. And then, the whole approach is like that sensibility of when you listen to old like Disney music from the 30s and the 40s, that type of the 40s and the 50s, that type of musical writing that has been forgotten. Nobody really writes like that anymore. So I wanted to kind of like bring that back and preserve it from today's perspective. How would you write a song like that? So that's my little take on like things that I listened to when I was like a little kid when I would watch old Disney cartoons.
You're bringing it back.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so basically you're going to be singing vintage Italian opera. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
But it's really
beautiful.
cute because I feel like it tells us, I feel like when I hear the story, it tells the story of Mona Lisa. Like he to me, Mona Lisa became real and came to life. And we got to see, like, if she were in the 21st century with us, who would she be going out with? All these guys be wanting to date her and stuff because she's hot and she's this model. And then my voice is kind of like her spirit, the spirit and soul of Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's like me, if Mona Lisa was my girlfriend and she let Leonardo da Vinci draw her, back in those days, he's showing a little bit of chest, so that's kind of like risque back in the days, right? So if it was today, Mona Lisa would be butt-ass naked.
You're educating all the kids out here. Go Google Mona Lisa.
She would be butt-ass naked, and everybody would be tricked. She would have had a sex tape on the internet, and I would have been bad-ass jealous.
Oh, okay.
So Nicole,
classy, okay?
No, I'm just saying, if it was today compared to the sensibility in the past,
Yeah.
to today, I mean, we jumped off the freaking off a cliff.
so let's go to a fan question from Natasha right now. Natasha.
Hello. Hey, Will. Hey, Nicole.
Hello, Tasha.
Hi.
How are you? Hello from Ireland. Will, my question is basically, your videos are iconic and very visually portrayed. I just want to know, where do you get your inspiration for that?
I like movies, right? I love movies. My favorite movies are sci-fi films. Like, I love Oblivion.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, yeah.
Out of this world. Love Oblivion. I love, but I also like the Cruds. I love animated films, right? I love Rio. So I like being, like, you know, given an escape through, you know, visuals, through music. So when I make a song, I also like to put as much attention to the visuals. So whether I'm working with Ben Moore or Rich Lee, I like to come with them, you know, some type of, you know, guidance. Like, hey, I'm thinking black, gold, and white. Something real, like fashion, treat it like a fashion shoot. So that's how Scream and Shout came about. Real simple, 3 colors, black, gold, white, treat it like a fashion shoot. Mm-hmm. So we did that really, and great execution, Ben Moore, thanks on that. So this one, That Power.
Did you create your own hats for that?
Yeah, we have a hat right now.
Oh yeah, for That Power video.
Thank you, Nicole. You're like my co-host today.
Yeah.
Look at this. What are these?
For guys.
So this is the hat for the That Power video. So this whole look came from like Enrique. I call him Mr. Cool.
Yeah.
And Fatima. And so there's a lot of creative people that I have that add to the whole mix. So it was based on like, how can we take a concept of futurism that hasn't really been done, where you mix like, you know, old, you know, aesthetics, whether it's like a Jewish hat with, you know, visors. Like, why would you mix a Jewish hat with motorcycle visors and a dope Rick Owens jacket and do minimal, almost robotic type of movements, where it's choreographed movements and behind and in front of architecture that has crazy mathematics, and keep all the color palettes grays and blues, right? And then put my new car that I designed in.
Which you need this car is amazing. I parked right next to it.
So I like to come up with like, you know, all these type of layers, and then throw them to, you know, the people that I collaborate with, like Ben Moore, and then Enrique, and then Fatima, and then Rio, the choreographer from Japan. That Power is a video that I'm so proud of that video. It's the best video that I've done so far. I can't wait to do the video for Fall Down. Hint, hint. But
And then what, Nicole, hopefully I want to see you guys doing a video.
Oh, hula hoop. Don't trip on hula hoop. Too bad it got leaked.
Have you seen Hula Hoop?
Hula Hoop got leaked. It was one of the songs that was leaked, and because it was stolen from my bag, and we never got a chance to finish the song. So that's one of the reasons why it took so long for Willpower to be complete, because she and I made music, it got leaked, so I had to pause on those songs and make new songs.
Well, I want to thank Nicole so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nix.
Bye.
And now,
Bye.
there you go. She's representing. I love it. She framed that perfectly, too.
Thanks, Nick. See you later.
So now I want to let everyone know who is watching live one tweet using or actually update your Google Plus using the hashtag Willpower Hangout. We are trending right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's trending?
And now joining us, another collaborator on the album. She's a guest on Will's new song, Fall Down. You've also seen her recently appearing on Snoop Lign's song, Ashtrays and Heartbreaks, and providing vocals to Borgore's Decisions. Miley Cyrus.
What's up, Miley?
Miley, what's up? You're in studio.
I've never been on a live chat before. This is crazy. I didn't know it was
You're joining us via Google Plus Hangout, so we thank you.
This is so cool.
Thank you, Miley, for being a part of it.
Of course.
So tell us about recording this track, Fall Down, and recording the vocals for it.
So can I tell you first?
Okay, yes. We'll start.
So we were at Record Plant, right?
Yeah.
And Record Plant is a wonderful little studio because it's like a little Google campus. Like, have you ever been to the Google campus? That means like all the gangsta geeks, all the wizards of the world are at Google, right? They have this universe where all the brightest minds are there. So when it comes to music, that's Record Plant, where like you never know who's in the studio that day. So one day I'm in the studio, and then the whispers are, Miley Cyrus is in the back. So Miley is always cool to hang out with because she has a great entourage. So I'm like, yo, what's up, Miley? It's always like, yo, what's up, Miley? It's like, you feel like you're at home when you hang out with Miley. So then they're playing some music in the back. Dr. Luke's playing some stuff. I'm like, yo, what is that? And he doesn't say anything. He's just like, yo, listen to this song. I'm like, yo, who is this? So I'm like, yo, who is this? Because this is my new favorite stuff. He was like, that's Miley's new stuff. I'm like, are you serious? Yo, let me tell you, like, this new Miley stuff is, I'm like,
hey, thank you for saying it, because I can't always say it.
It is so freaking, yo.
What's it like?
I'm hyped.
Listen, it got me.
Give some fans a little.
Like, I'm a fan. I know the things I like in life. Right, my favorite groups are like, I like Portishead, I like Bjork, I like Lauryn Hill, I like obscure stuff. But then I also like, some Katy Perry stuff. I like MGMT, I like Justice, I like a whole lot of stuff. But this Miley Cyrus stuff I added to my list of the things that I love. So I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, if this was like some artist that came from Iceland, I'll be like, yo, have you heard of the da-da-da-da? She has redefined everything that you thought Miley Cyrus was.
Wow.
But not just on some rebel stuff, on some like, yo, this is some amazing incredibleness. So after I heard it, I'm like, I'm so glad I heard this before it came out. Can we do a collaboration? Because I don't want to be the bandwagon guy that just came after she blew the world up.
I see.
I'm so blessed to have, to collaborate with Miley before everybody just gets melted by the wonderfulness.
Well, what is that like for you to hear that, Miley?
That is like an intro. So I am like so excited because all I do is focus on my music. The only place I ever am is at the studio. It's literally like my friends, my relationships, like with everyone around me has honestly changed since I've been working on my record because it's the only thing that I've wanted to give 120% to. And I think it's like the only time in my life that I've pushed everything aside, everyone aside, anything that, really mattered and just became about the music. So then when Will wanted me to do this, I've just been so excited because I promised my fan a record by the beginning of the year. And I wasn't able to do it because I got so obsessed with being in the studio that I just wanted to stay here because it kept getting better. So I wanted my fans to get something, still new before I felt pressure to put my shit out. So it was great that I got Will to do it.
That is such a tease, Miley. You are such a tease.
I promise you.
What's the taste of it? Yeah,
So I'm just like.
It's okay. This is about your album today, so it's about Willpower.
Only reason why, I have to use what Miley stuff sounds like to give you why I push so much on Fall Down.
Okay.
So I heard Miley stuff. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So then she did her vocals, and we did Fall Down. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. So I was like, oh shucks, I gotta go to Prague and get an orchestra so I can finish it off. So the end of Fall Down is like my favorite part of the whole Willpower record. It's like it just feels epic, like Quincy Jones just sneezed on it. It is so fresh. Really, it is dope. Henri really came with the orchestral, composition for Fall Down. Especially
Which is what I wanted with pop music is to bring it to something that's Will's heard my record, the world hasn't yet, but Will's heard a little bit of my record, and that's what I wanted to do was take all these things that are these great pop melodies, and even I've always been into hip hop, so taking these hip hop kind of, even my verse with Will is hard, and I get to go hard, but still this orchestra is still real music. It's not just a pop. It's not just a pop song, but it still fits into that category. But if you listen to it, it's still something different, and it's something you haven't heard, which is what I'm trying to do with my record, which is why I want to do this song, is it just fits in with everything I'm doing.
What was it like working with him in studio on a song like this?
It was, we're always in and out. We see each other kind of randomly, and it was our first time getting to work together. So I was obviously really excited because literally every day, my manager is just breathe, put the phone down. It's okay. You don't have to put out your record right now. Your fans don't understand. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have to put this music out. My fans are going crazy. You don't understand. So to be able to do this with him, and, he's so close with my team, and especially with Britney and with Justin and everything. I mean, it's a great, kind of group to be with. So it's great.
We're patient, Miley. Don't worry.
I'm not patient. I know you're patient.
I know. You need to
sitting in the studio with everything over there. I'm ready to push leak on this Google Live. I can. I will do so much hold, but I want to.
Control yourself.
Yeah.
What advice did you give her when recording this song, or as a musician, and she's now about to transition into this next stage?
Certain people don't need advice.
Yeah.
Certain people know exactly what they want to do, what they want to bring, and at that point in time, you just unlock the open mind, and you don't do it. There's a thin line between expect and accept, and the accept, it takes trust.
Yeah.
To accept whatever the person is that you're collaborating with brings. So I chose to take the unlock the mind, leave an open mind, and lean towards the accept, and don't expect anything, but just accept whatever it is, the wonder she's going to bring to it, because she is a true talent. There's a lot of people that sing, and there's a lot of people that are cute, and a lot of people that have connections. She's not one of those people. Mm-hmm. She's cute. She has connections. She's cute. She's more than cute. She has more than connections, but top it all that, she's really, 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 really talented. And a freaking music junkie, right?
True.
There's a lot of people that's you gotta arrest them to get them to the studio. You gotta actually sedate her to pull her out of the studio.
That's true. That's 100% true. I'm we're meeting up later. I'm you gotta come to the studio if you want to see me. You gotta literally, you gotta come here, because this is where I've been every day. So excited. And again, how you kind of said, for advice, I've always been one of the people, I kind of take advice from people, not from what they say, but by what they do. So just being in the studio with all these different people, I mean, Will was kind of in the beginning, which I love, because I only want people on my record that really, really dig my stuff. I don't want to have to kind of ask people to do it as a favor, anything. I just want people that are so inspired by what I'm doing to want to get on that kind of train. So that's my thing, even with Will, I just always want to know if I'm inspired by someone and I really dig their music, to always go out there and do what I can to make music with them, because that's what he did with me, and then it turned out to be crazy. I mean, my fans have literally my timeline is fall down, fall down, fall down always, so it's great.
Well, we'll let you get back to the music. Thank you so much, Miley Cyrus, via Google Plus Hangout. Thank you for joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you. Me neither.
Yay! I love that. Heartbreaks.
And now let's go to our next fan in the Google Plus Hangout. Nigel, what do you have to ask Will today?
Hey, Will, how are you today?
What's up, Nigel? Maryland.
My question is, how did you come up with a concept for Willpower?
Willpower, actually, I wrote a song a long time ago when I was 15 years old called Willpower, and I brought it to school to enter a talent contest against this guy by the name of Ahmad. And Ahmad Lewis sang a song back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes I kind of wish I was a kid again. That's Ahmad. What up, Ahmad? I've known ever since I was in the 7th grade,
amazing.
Right? And then another guy that was in the 9th grade with us was LMFAO, Red Foo. Right? I'm in Miami.
Where would you go to school? I want to go to that school.
We all went to the same school. So I come to school, with my Willpower song, and I won a competition, the talent competition that year. So fast forward a whole bunch of years, I'm playing songs off of Willpower, before it was called Willpower, to executives at Interscope. And Jimmy Iovine was there, Dr. Dre was there, because we were also having meetings about Beats headphones, because I'm a part of Beats. And then we were talking about music, so Dr. Dre leans over to me, he was like, you should call your album Willpower. I'm like, what? Really? Hell yeah. So out of the blue, he just says that. I'm like, yo, I wrote a song about that when I was 15. He was like, yeah, you should call it Willpower. So Willpower, the idea to call the whole album Willpower is via Dr. Dre. That's who came up with calling it Willpower. He heard all the songs that I was working on before the ones that were leaked and said, you should call this Willpower, because you're doing a whole bunch of stuff with that science shit you're doing, helping kids, sending kids to college debt-free, bailing families out from losing their home because you take your DJ money and help families out to keep their homes when they lost jobs due to new technologies, making music. You should call this album Willpower. So that's Dr. Dre. Thank you, Dr. Dre, for reminding me and naming this project.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What is it? You know, how do you ever relax when you're working on an album? Do you have to ever take time to just get your thoughts together, or is it just go in and out?
No, because like a lot of times you're in the studio and the whole premise is making the song as best as you can.
Yeah.
So say for example, I make a beat and I'm not feeling the beat I'm making, and I know that it ain't it. A lot of times you have to really strip your ego away.
Yeah. So
then you go out and network. And a lot of times you're out at a club, but you're really not at a club to talk to girls or drink or party. You're out there networking. And it's all for the betterment of a song or whatever project that you're working on. So I never really relax. I travel a lot. I was in London 2 nights ago. Before that, I was in,
The Voice?
I was doing The Voice and...
yeah, you are blowing up The Voice there, I hear. Yeah. We actually have another special guest we will bring into this Google Plus Hangout. We are so fortunate to have our next guest here. He began his career at 19. We have a lot of 19-year-old career starters. 19 is the year. As an engineer for John Lennon and Bruce Springsteen. And then he was a producer for artists including Tom Petty, U2, Patti Smith, Stevie Nicks, The Pretenders, among many others. And he's currently the chairman of 2 companies, co-founded Interscope Records and Beats Electronics. And he's also the mentor on American Idol. Please welcome. Is Jimmy Iovine here?
Jimmy?
Oh, he's going to be, I guess he's going to be coming here in just a bit.
There he is.
There he is. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
How are you?
What's up, Jimmy? I know that office.
You're used to that office. How long have you two been working together?
So,
a long time.
Yeah, for a long time, since 1997. I remember Black Eyed Peas, we were like a little underground hip-hop group in LA. We played all the colleges. My whole premise was like, so first off, I was signed with Eazy-E in 1992, 3, 4, 5. So then we started Black Eyed Peas in 1995. And the whole premise was let's play colleges so we could get a buzz and get a fan base and a following. So it worked out really well. And then in 1997, all these record companies wanted to sign us. We had like $1 million offer from Sony. And Jimmy said, he's like, let me tell you something. You could sign to Sony for $1 million, but if you don't sell records, you're probably going to get dropped. But if you sign here for which was far less, like we didn't even get paid that much compared to Sony's offer. He's like, if you sign here, if you sell 3 records, you always make records here at Interscope. So I was like, all right, we're going to Interscope. Everybody was like, well, we're gonna walk away from $1 million. I was like, yes, because it's not about the money, it's about us being able to always record. And he stood up to that statement in 1997 when Black Eyed Peas weren't selling that much records in the first 2-3 records till now. And thank you, Jimmy, for always believing in my creative, weird, kooky ideas.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And he's been taking that difference every year since. He's been reminding me about what I owe him. So
So launching careers is a big part of what you do, but what is it like working with icons on huge albums like this?
Well, you know, working with someone on their first album is always easier because they're not coming with any kind of history. They just come at you and they're real excited about it. They've probably written 20 songs if they're writers, and they don't have the experience of that first year, you know, and or that first album. So it's probably a little easier working with someone on their first album, to be frank.
Oh, so now working with Will, on how many albums have you guys worked on together?
A lot.
I don't know. Will will tell you that, but it's been what he's produced.
So how have you seen him evolve as an artist into what we're seeing with Willpower?
Well, Will's made incredible jumps and leaps. You know, why I said that to him in 1998 or whatever it was, because I saw a guy that just was going to progress. I knew that we would always make records together. I've never said that to anyone before, to be honest, and probably never said it since. But I knew it about Will, and just because it was obvious to me that he had the kind of energy and production skills that we'd be doing a lot of work together over the years. And I was right, but it was obvious to me.
Well, talk to us about this album specifically and what stands out and what fans can expect as someone who's looks at the music industry and launches artists and is now, you know, a judge on a huge music show. Why will fans love this album?
Well, Will is the true, and he's taken me on a great journey because he's the true contemporary artist. Mm-hmm. He has a technical side and he has the creative side. It's exactly what hypothetically, not hypothetically, but actually the company Apple has. They have a feel for the creative and a feel for the tech. And Will has that. And artists that have that, the modern artists, young kids today have that. And what Will incorporates always is a great sense of technology and a great sense of his feel for music and art. So on this album, and his last 3 albums, actually, the 2 P's albums and this album, he's always looking to tomorrow. And for example, in the clubs, Will's always moving the clubs around and with his feel. And I think it's a high-powered album. He's finally made the right solo record for himself that incorporates the best of the P's, but yet some new artists, Justin and Miley, I see he just had on, and Britney. He's made a very, very cool album.
Definitely.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Let's go to our last fan chat because we will be ending this Google Plus Hangout very soon. Let's go to Paul, and I want you to stay here with us, Jimmy.
Okay.
Hello.
Paul?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Will.
What do you have to ask Will and Jimmy?
Well,
Hey, I have a question for you, Paul.
yes. What's your question?
How come you ain't got on Beats headphones?
Oh, hey, these are.
Yeah.
Oh, they're Beats! Yeah!
So, Paul, what do you have to ask? Share your question with us today.
Okay, well, first I want to congratulate Will on making such a great album. I honestly think you could release any of the songs as a single and it would be a hit. So that's an awesome feeling for an album. And I loved Big Fat Bass, what you did on Femme Fatale with Britney, and of course Scream and Shout was just massive. So, being the crazy Britney fan that I am, and I know you've came in contact with many of those, I have to ask, can you confirm or deny that you are the EP executive producer of Britney's 8th album?
I can't confirm or deny, but I can say that, you know, whatever I end up doing on Britney's 8th EP is 8th album is being taken with real serious care.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of what I talked to Britney and Adam and Larry and everybody about was I think me and Britney need to have conversations about life. And then take those conversations together and turn them into songs. Not just like, hey, let me get a hot beat and a hot chorus. I could do that all day. But how do we make it personal where it bleeds from the heart? How do we take time and care and connect? And that we've been doing that. We've just been having conversations and having lunch and just meeting and just having fun. And then we'll think about music after we've had those bonding. So that's why, if you notice, I tweeted, nice bonding. That bonding, that bonding means that. Like, let's just bond and do right, because you know her Britney Army, those guys, you guys are crazy.
We're crazy.
You guys,
well, that's why we love the Army.
But you guys are a great crazy, though. You guys are a great crazy. I wish every group has fans like Britney's fans.
I even have my Britney T-shirt on. Like, that's how crazy I am.
No, seriously. And for all the Britney Army that's welcomed me into your world, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate that. You guys really went beyond the call of duty. No pun intended on the armies, to help make Scream and Shout the success that it is around the world. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And then to all the, her real hardcore, soldiers on the field that are just like, stay away from the album, Will.
It's cool.
No, I am so here doing the album now that you said that you're getting deep and personal, because that's what we want, and I love you for doing that.
Well, thank you so much, Paul. And thanks to everyone, our all-star panel today. Jimmy, Iovine, thank you. We have so many more questions, tweets, Google+, updates, and questions that have come in, but we can't get to all of them right now. So thank you so much, Jimmy, Iovine, Nicole Scherzinger, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, all our incredible fans who joined us via Google+ Hangout today. Of course, the one and only Will.I.AM.
Thank you.
You rock. It was so great being
and
here.
And to all the Peabodys, all the Black Eyed Peas fans, all the Willpower people, thank you so much for all the support throughout the years. And this record, Willpower, means so much to me because I've put my heart and soul into this album, going out and making sure the songs are nurtured and every detail was paid attention to. So whether it seems like a throwaway lyric, those, to me, they're not, right? Each part, each stanza has been thought out for, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Willpower out right now. Tweet, share this video, add it on your Google+ page, and the conversation continues by the album Willpower. I'm Shira Lazar from What's Trending. We'll see you online. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jimmy. Bye, guys. See you guys.
Bye.